Next time you're at a family ceremony, think twice before you eat. Some things served there can destroy your life.
My name is Pal. I live with my parents and my 3 siblings. My mom works as a cashier and my father is a mechanic. In 2013, something wild happened to our family. We almost lost everything.
I had just finished my final year of high school and I had just been accepted to university. I was so thrilled and proud of myself. I always wanted to study law. I could already see myself in a courtroom doing my thing. The problem was, I did not have money for fees. In 2013, something bad happened. My aunt's husband passed away. That was the same year I finished high school. We were told he had a terrible headache, then he was gone. The whole family was so sad, and my aunt was devastated. She cried inconsolably. She was really having a difficult time. My aunt was a loving person. She liked helping people, even though she didn't have enough money herself. She owned a small salon and loved her job. She didn't have children of her own though. It was Saturday morning. My mom was off from work and my dad was also home. I was washing dishes and my siblings were watching TV. Suddenly, we had a knock at the door. It was my aunt. I was so happy to see her. And she looked okay. She wasn't sad. I felt relieved to see that she was healing after her husband's passing. She was carrying lots of gift bags. She had bought gifts for everyone. Then she came to me and said, "All your worries are over. I have money for your registration fee. You are going to university." I was so happy. My mom, on the other hand, was concerned. She wanted to know how her sister suddenly had a lot of money. She knew her sister owned a salon, but it didn't make enough money to pay for university fees. My aunt told her not to worry. She said her husband had a life insurance policy, and it paid out. Even though my parents wanted to see me go to university, they told my aunt that she should use the money for herself and grow her business. They appreciated what she wanted to do, but they said her late husband would have wanted her to have the money. But my aunt wouldn't take no for an answer. She insisted, saying she would grow her business and still help me. Weeks passed and I finally started university. Let me tell you, I was over the moon. My aunt bought me new clothes and a brand new laptop. She was so proud of me. She told me I was her favorite niece. A month later, she bought a big house in the suburbs. One day, my siblings and I went to visit her new place. The house was beautiful, but there was something strange. There was one room that my aunt instructed us not to go to. She was very specific about it. She said, "Even if you hear a sound coming from that room, do not open it." That sounded so strange, I thought to myself. My 2 younger siblings didn't think much of it, but my sister Loretta, who was 15, found it off. She came to me and asked, "What do you think is inside there?" I quickly told her not to ask questions, and we continued with our day. A few months later, my aunt invited us to a ceremony. She said she was honoring her husband. She told us that we had to be cleansed at the ceremony because we had helped at her late husband's funeral. She believed that if you were close to the deceased and you assisted with the funeral, you had to cleanse yourself to get rid of bad lucks. I didn't believe in any of that, but that's what she told us. Later that night, we were all asked to bathe in the same bath to cleanse ourselves. Here's a strange part. The following day, I saw my aunt secretly take the water we had bathed in and put it in the stew that was being prepared for the guest. No one saw her, only I did. I freaked out. I tried to think of a way to stop my family from eating the stew, but I couldn't come up with any right explanation. How would I even start? After a few weeks, worst things started happening. My mom lost her job. My dad suddenly lost customers at his mechanic business. My siblings, on the other hand, started getting sick all the time. I was the only one who wasn't experiencing anything bad. So I put two and two together. Did this have anything to do with what I saw my aunt doing with the bath water? I thought to myself, I didn't eat the stew and I'm okay. The following day, my aunt came over with groceries. She told us that she felt sorry about what was happening and said we shouldn't worry because she would help. I didn't buy that for a second. I mean, why did she pour dirty bath water into the food? She asked how I was doing at school. Since I was suspicious of her, I told her that it was a little challenging, but I would pull through. She then said I should come to her house. She would give me tea that she always drinks to help her stay focused and not get tired. A few weeks passed, and she told me to come visit her. I was afraid to go, but something inside me told me I should. So I went. She offered me the tea she had mentioned. She told me I should drink it and see how much focus I would have. I didn't drink the tea. I just told her I would drink it in my room because I wanted to call my friend. I later flushed it down the drain. Later that night, while I was sleeping, I heard sounds. I decided to go and check. And then I saw it. The door my aunt told us never to open was slightly open. So I went closer to check. I saw my aunt talking to a calabash. That's strange, I thought to myself. But what scared me was what she was saying to the calabash. She said, "Everything I want must happen." Then she called out all my family names. She then said, I must gain all their hard work, money, and fortune. She then drank from the calabash. I freaked out and ran to my room. I couldn't sleep that night. My mind was racing. I didn't even know what to think or believe. The following day, I pretended to be sick and went back home. Then I told my parents everything. My dad said he always suspected something, but he couldn't make sense of it. My parents decided to cut my aunt out of our lives. She then stopped paying for my fees, and I had to drop out. But after a year, I got a bursary and continued with my studies. My family started going to church, and my dad got his customers back. And my mom got a new job. My siblings on the other side were all doing great. So yeah, this is my uncanny story.